Think you know the borders of the United States? Think again. From tiny slivers of land that change states mid-drive to rivers that split towns in half, some US state borders are downright bizarre, and most people have never even noticed them. Today, we're diving into the weirdest state borders in America that will make you look twice at a map. 1. Kentucky Bend, Missouri, in a Kentucky loop. Ever heard of a piece of Missouri completely cut off from the rest of the state? Welcome to the Kentucky Bend. This tiny slice of land sits inside Kentucky, surrounded by the Mississippi River. It's just about 17 square miles, but getting there is a journey. You have to drive through Tennessee. Why does it exist? Back in the 1800s, when the Mississippi shifted course, surveyors followed the river's meanders, leaving this little oddball behind. Today, locals treat it like any other small town, but on a map, it's a perfect example of geography's sense of humor. 2. The Four Corners, where 4 states almost touch. You might think this is just a neat tourist spot, but the Four Corners region, where Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah meet, is a border marvel. Technically, surveyors in the 1800s misplaced the markers by several hundred feet. That tiny error means some areas aren't quite in the state you think they are. Tourists still flock to the exact spot where all 4 states meet, but step a few feet one way, and you're technically in a different state. 3. Delaware's weird waterline. Delaware isn't a big state, but its borders are full of surprises. The state line with New Jersey runs through the Delaware River, but thanks to colonial treaties, Delaware owns the river up to the low tide mark on the New Jersey shore. That means you could technically fish in Delaware while standing on New Jersey soil. The 17th century agreements between the Duke of York and Lord Calvert left us with one of the most unusual border quirks in the US. 4. Point Roberts, America below Canada. Here's a tiny slice of Washington state that you can only reach by crossing into Canada first. Point Roberts is separated from the rest of Washington by water and Canadian territory. This 5-square-mile peninsula was left behind because borders follow the 49th parallel. No exceptions. Residents live American lives but drive through Canada daily. Mail, groceries, even school buses. Everything crosses an international border. 5. The Kentucky-Tennessee borders zigzag. Some state borders are straight lines, others are rivers. And then there's the Kentucky-Tennessee border. At places like Cumberland Gap, the border zigzags around hills, rivers, and historical settlements. Early surveys tried to follow nature, not a ruler, leaving twists and kinks that still confuse map apps today. Hikers and road trippers sometimes pass through the same town twice without realizing they've crossed state lines. From tiny loops in the Mississippi to peninsulas, you can only reach through another country. US borders aren't always what they seem. Each oddity tells a story of rivers, surveys, and historical quirks that shape the way we live and travel today. So next time you look at a map, remember, borders aren't just lines on paper. They're living history with plenty of surprises. If you loved uncovering these hidden corners of America, hit that like button and subscribe for more geography adventures. And comment below, which US border weirdness blew your mind the most?